This is part 7 of the game series. Trying to see if we can finish this game off over the next couple of streams. I'm not sure how much is left, so it's hard for me to be able to know. But let's get going inside the traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. No point in going back empty-handed. I need to ask the street vendor about the missing book. This is the street vendor. Ask about the tea shop. The old tea shop next door, isn't the place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street. On account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. He might be a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time, I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something and has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years. But you know, I spend a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old, and there was all sorts of weird stuff lying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was headed to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns, with the doors unlocked. A customer came in and called an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure he'd still be here. That's quite a story. It sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital. Wanted to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped, for a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother, and I worry about him. He hasn't been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he has to do is sign some papers and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws deep into it. Ow, speaking of claws, my cat is scratching me. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we could make a killing. I wonder if his brother is, Daiso, or whatever his name is. I bet you it is. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passerbys and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. I bet you it is, yeah. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right? You know him? Small world. It's probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him takoyaki stands are still the future of cuisine. And get his butt over here. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Interesting. So, oh yeah, you'll probably get a little jump scare from my apartment because I ordered food, and it'll probably be here shortly. So that'll be a little added loud noise. Let's go. My cat just got a little procedure done. So she's being very cute and cuddly, but she's also clawing my legs while I play. Is this chicken place ever gonna open? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to Daiso's bar. Oh, it's back here. Right? This is it? Oh, this is the butterfly. No, it's Daiso. Hi, Yami. How can I help you today? Hey, Daiso. How are things? Oh, heh. You know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows? It was pretty random. Huh. Who'd have thought? So is he still selling takoyaki at a stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine and that you should go and help him. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you talked to Haruto alright. Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have that book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that guy gives me is a headaches. Not sure if I could help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups. Besides, that dolt's bringing me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently, after a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no. No, it's fine. That idiot always running his mouth. Friggin' traitor. Those were just some hard times. Nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories, Daiso. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait here a second. I might have it in the storeroom still. Dang it. Sorry, Ami. Hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. Oh, God. It's yours, Detective. Thanks, Daiso. Much appreciated. Huh. Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought me by. It's the same girl in Idol named Ruby. Reina. No, Ruby, see? It says so right there on the cover. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. Huh, if you say so, Daiso. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daiso. Alright, so I didn't get the book, though. So we gotta try and hunt that down. I highly doubt that's what they were talking about. It looks like that butterfly bar is closed. Leave Shinjuku. Go back to Asakusa. I wonder how bad I'm butchering all these names. I think Shinjuku I'm getting right. But a lot of these other names I'm definitely getting wrong. Enter tea shop. Ah, welcome back, Detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Reina is the mask bearer you talked about? That's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she whom you see in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How'd Reina get mixed up in all this? I only know that somehow the girl's path and the mask collided as if by chance. What circumstances led to this intersection are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures, but that book and the girl are as much a part of history as the rest. The threads that connect the past to the present and people to each other are not always apparent. But peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, the tool they created, and the detective who holds it now, all forming a neat and tidy line. Reina was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell in some cult. It doesn't add up. On that, Detective, we can agree. So why don't we start at the beginning? with how the mask ceased to be a mere object. The story starts in ancient times in the year 1333. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cyclical, and like so many before them, so many after, their time of peace came to an end. The Nita clan, loyal to the Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded and left a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. Yikes. However, the Hojo and Nita clans, embroiled in their quests for the empire, could not see the roles they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamenkai. It is said that in the flames of Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories, who went by the name of Chikako. Oh man, I can't say these names. Chichicho, the last survivor of the Kamenkai. Okay, so whatever the Kamenkai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Chikako did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded, to become the first mask bearer. Mask bearer? Then the Kamenkai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why? Legend has it that the Kamenkai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where other consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning, a place where cause and effect could be changed. Why? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequences. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind, obsessed with a finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely, a power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control and see within the darkness. It's true, isn't it? All of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Some doors, no matter how strongly they call us, are not meant to be opened, and the Kamenkai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The mask opens the mind of all who come into contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way into the dark, just like the collector said. The only thing I don't get is how Reina is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamenkai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Kamenkai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. There are many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within the police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the Kamenkai may help light your path to the truth. Though I wonder, if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. It is you who can finally break this terrible cycle. Is it you? Not it is you. I've spent a long time here. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, detective. Alright. My order is on the way, so you're going to hear a loud buzz, probably. Apologize if it breaks anyone's ears. But, getting hungry. Need to order some food. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasuhisa casually laid out everything I've experiencing like he was reading it out of a book. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. Sounds like a myth. An interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can't understand it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and a young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yasuhisa, the collector. I thought when I met them I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly, what was going on. But my intuition and detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it, anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night, the hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. My head. Maybe I should take my medication. Impossible though, it seems. Following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understand the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the common guy. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull the file. It'll be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that could happen? I should head to HQ and see what I can find. Alright, let's go back to my old job. Unfortunately, I don't have any anybody that can do me any favors there. I wonder what would happen if I knocked out the cop. Back when I had that option. Oh shit, you've got to be kidding me. Funny, me and some of the other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we're taking bets as to how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame, you coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Well, should have bet a little better. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament, and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. What an asshole. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you in other words, ain't allowed in HQ right now. So what did you want? I'm actually gonna ask him for a favor, because me telling him to go to hell, he's not gonna he's not gonna do anything for me. Oh man, this just gets better and better. Yeah, maybe if I like stroke his ego a little, he'll actually help me. Beg me for a favor, huh? Kind of figured you might someday. So, what do you want me to do, Aito? Sneak into the evidence locker? Steal your gun back for you? Haha, like I'd do anything for you. The brass have already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. And I'd rather not have people seeing us talking and thinking that we're all friendly or something. Now get out before I have to call someone down here. Yeah, I'm not gonna threaten him. But I'm gonna exit. Threatening him won't do anything. I don't think so anyway. The only options I have are go back to Asakusa. I guess I could talk to since he's part of the kendo group, I could talk to the kendo instructor and see if maybe I can get some leverage with that. There's a possibility there. I'm surprised to see you back. How can I help you, detective? You train police. I was told your dojo trains a lot of police. That's right. I trained many of them personally. Do you know Akira Taira, a detective from Tokyo headquarters? Ah yes, Detective Taira. I know him quite well. A man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts. Though the talent is offset somewhat by his, how to put it, brash personality. Brash is a very diplomatic way of putting it. I think the word you're looking for was asshole. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Tyra's just about the only usable link I've got left in the police force, and the only person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean. Are you asking me to help you blackmail Tyra? Beyond the obvious reason why I wouldn't help you do that, I also happen to think it wouldn't work. You might be surprised to hear this, but Detective Taira actually lives a fairly straightforward life. I can't see the A in his, the hilt of his little wooden sword. His excesses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least not among his fellow officers. I hear he's engaged to be married soon as well. Someone actually agreed to marry that slime? That poor girl. Yes, a very nice girl. Apparently they're quite happy together. Oh yeah? Let's see how long that lasts. Might ask what exactly Tyra did to you to make you feel so strongly about him? Did to me? You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he's looked down on me and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I figured if I worked hard enough and earned my promotion, I would shut him up once and for all. He eventually got this promotion, I take it. Well, did he shut up like you thought? No, he got worse. It started with him spreading rumors about me sleeping around in headquarters. And then there were various complaints to my supervisor. He couldn't stand that I'd won. It's all falling apart now, though. He got my old job, and every time I see him, he has that smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right. Something like that. Tyra's not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got, but it stung a little extra when he ended up at my desk. Yes, I thought as much. You're not saying you think that brown-nosing, sexist, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you? No, I can't judge the inner workings of the police force. But from what I've heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn their promotion, honestly. Often, I watch my students spar and I notice an interesting trend, you see. Usually the outcomes of the matches have nothing to do with their skill. Is there a moral at the end of the story? Patience, Saito. You see, two students will face each other, but before they even draw their swords, they decided the outcome. Students rank each other on themselves based on practice, their social status, their schools, or any number of things that before they even enter my dojo. A student perceiving himself as stronger will always be more relaxed, more ready to attack. Hold on, I gotta grab my food. Right. More ready to attack, while the student who resigned himself to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill or merit that wins the battle, it's expectations. You see where I'm going with this? I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Tyra's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right? Exactly. For a man like Tyra, who expects certain things of women, you've defied him at every turn, but if I stuck up to him and play the part, it might throw him off guard enough for me to win this fight. Sounds about right? Very perceptive. Here, this should help. Sake? It's a gift. Wow, that's so flattering. I barely even know you. I suppose in order to degrade myself in front of scum like Tyra, I could use a drink. It's not for you. It's for Tyra. Oh, and here I was thinking you were being nice. This is a very expensive brand. As a matter of fact, it's Tyra's favorite. A gift for his promotion. A promotion he stole. Promotion into my position. Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I suspect you know the type of woman he likes. Much as it pains me to admit, that might work. Thanks for the sake. Go ahead and ask about the historian. I spoke to Yasuhisa, the historian. You were right. He knew about the common kai and the mask. Takashi, what is he? I don't understand your question. He's one of them. Then, Aito, are you alright? He's just an old man. What else would he be? No, Takashi, you must have noticed. There's something off about him. Like the collector, but no, not exactly like him. I'm not sure what Yasuhisa told you to scare like... excuse me. I'm not sure what Yasuhisa told you to scare like this, but I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's harmless. Allow me to offer some advice. What you are feeling right now, it's not him. It's you. The more time I spent researching the common kai and the pace... the past. I thought I said pasty for a second. In the past, the more I began to feel the world had gone mad. But it hadn't. It continued to turn on its axis, as it always does. It was me who became unhinged. You could always walk away, Detective Aito. Some mysteries aren't worth solving. Alright, well, I'm gonna exit. I have the option to drink the sake. It's probably not a good idea. I need it as a gift. So, I'm going to take a break, eat food, and then I'll come back and play some more of this. Thanks for watching. This episode is a little short, but that's alright. As I said, I'm going to be playing again in a few. Alright, thanks guys.